Hi everyone, I'm Dom from Sony and I'd like to welcome you back to a new episode of Explore Xperia, where we take a closer look at some of the new and useful features on your Xperia device. And now, Android 15 is available on the Xperia 1 Mark 6 and will soon be available for more devices as well. And this update brings some fantastic new features to the operating system. Now, for the Xperia 1 Mark 6, we bring Pro Video. Pro Video is now accessible through the unified camera app in Xperia. Now, there will be a full tutorial video on how to use this camera app, including Pro Video, coming up very soon on the channel, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. But I'll give you a brief rundown on how some of this stuff works right now. Down here, you'll have your shooting modes, just like in any Alpha camera and Photo Pro. You'll have Program Auto, Shutter Speed Priority, and Manual Exposure mode, meaning that you have varying degrees of control over your video footage. Now, it's really simple to figure out what you can control depending on what mode you're in, because when you switch to that mode, you get white lines underneath the settings that you can actually toggle. And just like any Alpha camera, you have your function menu just here, giving you quick access to your most used settings. Now, this is just the default view, but you can customize it by going into Menu and then the Setup tab, and that way you can customize it to best suit your needs as a videographer. You've also got quick access to Product Showcase mode, so if you are a budding product reviewer out there, you no longer have to do this move. You can just present to the camera with confidence. And at the top of the screen, you'll have all of the information you need to make sure that you have consistency throughout all your different video clips on your video shoot. And you also have a level here to make sure that everything is straight. And yes, it works in vertical as well. Now, this part up here is your histogram, and that will enable you to track your exposure across your entire frame. But if you don't need it, you can always hit the display button down here and it'll get rid of it. And also, if you've dialed in all of your settings exactly how you want them, you can hit the display button once more and you can remove any of these distractions. Just above the histogram is your audio levels. Now, this will show you your audio input level and which microphone you are using, and this is so useful for videographers who need consistency in all of their sound between their video clips on their big video shoots. Now, let's look at Android 15's new features, starting with private space. Now, this feature is really great for those things that you want to keep for your eyes only and offers an extra layer of protection for your sensitive information or apps. To activate it, simply go to your settings, scroll down to privacy, and near the bottom you'll see private space. Now, obviously, you'll need to set up a device PIN, pattern, or fingerprint to start using this feature, but there is an extra layer of security that you can use on top of this, which I'll show you in just a minute. You'll first off be greeted with a short tutorial and a disclaimer at the bottom, which I do recommend that you read to make sure that you're using this feature correctly. You'll be able to allocate a Google account for this, and you can create an entirely new one just for this private space so that none of your items in here accidentally get synced with any of your other Google accounts. Next up, you can set a lock, and this can be an entirely different one to your device lock for that extra layer of security. And then you can just start downloading apps using this install button. And remember, if you already have an app in your app tray, you can actually download it again for this private space and they will be entirely separate. Next, we have app archiving, which is super useful if you find yourself either running out of space on your device or if you just want to maybe take a break from certain apps. In order to archive an app, just open your app drawer, long press on the app's icon and press App Info. Here, you'll see the option to archive the app, and this will take the app itself off of the device, but will actually leave your app data still on there, so that if you decide that you do want to start using it again, you can just click the icon to re-download the app, and you won't need to go through the whole setup process again. You can just literally pick up where you left off. And finally, screen recording on your Xperia device has now been tweaked slightly, so that now you can choose to either record your entire screen or just a single app. Now, I use the screen record function all the time, and this change will actually make things slightly easier if, like me, you have to sometimes show people how to use features on their phone. Just scroll down from the top with two fingers and hit screen record. And if you choose a single app in this pull-down menu, when you tap start recording, it will prompt you to open the app that you want to record. You'll get a little countdown timer and a vibration to let you know that you're recording, and once you've recorded your piece and you exit the app, you'll still need to stop the recording manually, but now you have a recording of exactly what you need without having to trim the beginning or the end. And also, there's no need to worry about whether you've recorded anything other than that app by accident. Let us know your favourite feature in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any Xperia news, and I will see you next time.